Hello, hello. Hello. Let's start this. Hello, let's just invite few people. Come on. Let's just invite people. Thank you for joining.
Lion of Judah, my trust is in you. Ancient of days, my trust is in you. I am that I am, my trust is in you. Lily of the valley, my trust is in you.
Let's just worship before I start my message.
Oh yeah, my trust is in you. I put them on you, Jesus. I put them on you. Hey, my trust is in you. I put them on you. Hey, my trust is in you. I put them on you. My trust is in you. His seed came new. My trust is in you. Oh, you about you. My trust is in you. Sorry, to me. My trust is in you. Hey,
My trust
my trust is in you. My miracle walking God, my trust is in you. King of the glory, my trust is in you. Abanda, my Father, my trust is in you. Hey, I put them on you. My trust is in you. I put them on you. I put them on you. My trust is in you. I put them on you. I put them on you. My trust is in you. I put them on you.
My trust is in you. You need to put your trust in God, but nobody else but God. Not in man, not in anybody but God himself. And if you do that, you are well off. But if you put your trust in human being, if you put your trust, I don't know what you're putting your trust in. You're putting your trust in your credit card. You're putting your trust in a man or a woman, or I don't know who you're putting your trust in. But if you put your trust in God, you have faith in God, you are well off, because you know what? God will never leave you. He will never forsake you, because he's God. Whatever he says, what he said he's going to do, he's going to do it. Believe it or not. So today I'm going to talk about, do you spend money? Do you spend more than you earn? that is what I'm going to talk about. You spend more than you earn. So I'm still on this financial issue because I want to help other people. Like for me, I'm having a second chance in life. Like people need second chance in life. And if you have second chance in life, you need to grab it. You need to hold on to it. Like there are a lot of opportunities today because people are stressing and mentally they are on rest that because they are in debt. Mentally they are in debt, so they are stressing on that issues. And so I am just trying to help people, like you, how you can not be in debt, how you can minimize so that you're not going to become slave to a lender. Because when you're in debt, you're slave, because you're working how many jobs just to pay off that debt. Like for me, I'm learning now. I already make mistake in my life, and God is giving me second chance. I'm learning all these things, so I am putting things in order so that I can regain my lost years. It is not impossible for you to regain your lost years. It is possible. So I am here helping people out because lack of knowledge, that's what kill people. Because their lack of knowledge, they don't know these things. But when you know them, then you prevent you from doing them. But when you don't know, you're doing them. So here I'm trying to be in that, because debt, you don't want to be in debt. Like a lot of people in diaspora, they're doomed because everything is there. Credit card is there. You want anything is there, but you're not realizing what you're putting yourself in, because the credit card is accessible. You can go ask for a loan in the bank. They will give it to you. You want car, they'll give it to you. Anything you want, they will give it to you. You want a house, they'll give it to you. But guess what? You have to pay for it. And when you don't pay for it, guess what? They take it away from you. And guess what? Again, you have bad credit. And you don't want to live that kind of life. Like a lot of people are in mess today, in financial mess, because they are spending money that they are not earning. They're thinking, oh, I'll just take the credit card, I'll pay for it later, not knowing what they're getting themselves into. Like a lot of us are victim. I was a victim. I am a victim. Everybody is a victim. But we need to be smart. We need to be smart. We need to learn how to be debt free. And it is possible. Like people was like, yeah, right. How is that possible to be debt free? Yes, you can be debt free. You know how you can become debt free? By you spending the money that you have. Because you taking credit card, yes, it's good to have credit card. It's good to have a credit line on all that kind of stuff. It is good, but at the same time, it is very, very dangerous to have those things. Like a lot of people have 2, 4, 5, 6 credit card. Why do you need 2, 4, 5, 6 credit card? You don't need 2, 4, 5, 6 credit card. You only need one, because now a lot of things you buy online, a lot of you want to fly somewhere, you need a credit card. I get it, but you don't need 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you only need one. And how you can minimize so you don't be in debt, you use the money that you have. If you don't have money, don't use the credit card. If you have the money right away in your bank account and is laying down there and you want to buy something, buy the thing with the credit card and put the money back in it. That's how you're going to become debt free. But if you're buying things that you don't have money for, you're just buying, hopefully you're going to have it and pay it off. That is very dangerous. By you, I'm hoping, oh, I'm just going to use the credit card and I'm hoping I'll have some money and I'll pay it off when I have money. Hey, if you don't have the money already in your account, that means you don't need that. You cannot have that thing. You cannot have that dress. You cannot have that shoes. You cannot have that bag, because you don't have the money in your account to pay for it, and you're putting it on credit card, and you are mortgaging your destiny. You're mortgaging your future, because you are buying things that you want, but you don't need it. If you are in this situation, stop it. Learn, be smart. Stop doing these things to yourself, because that is how your future that you're supposed to have in the future. You don't have the money, yet you are spending it. I'm preaching to myself too, because I used to do that. So people, if you are not in this situation yet, you can prevent yourself from this situation. You can prevent it for these things to happen to you. You can be wiser. Like for me, I was foolish then. Like a lot of people are foolish, but you can learn and you can be more successful. And guess what? You can become a billionaire, because people, how they become a billionaire? By saving their money, not by spending it. That is it's increasing problem. We need to realize that. We need to know that. There are, like people will say, oh, there's good credit. There is the good debt or bad debt. Ha. There is good debt and there is bad debt. Ha. Okay. Oh. But there is neither good debt nor bad debt. When it comes to debt, think in terms of asset and liability, not in terms of good or bad. Good or bad is a matter of the ethic, but asset and liability are the matter of your finances. Is the debt that you have, is it asset or is it liability? Because a lot of people are getting debts that is liability, not asset. If you're getting debts that is asset, okay, I see point. Okay, it's gonna make income for you, gonna do stuff. Okay, that's good. But if it's a liability, you should stay away from liability debt. But get asset. Asset is better debt than liability. Hopefully, I didn't confuse anybody. So there's no good debt, or there's a good debt, or there's bad debt. But it's the matter of the asset and liability. Like houses, you might buy a house, it's an asset, and it can be a liability too. It depends how what you can afford. Like a lot of people, they buy this big mansion. They know they go mortgage this big mansion. They know they cannot afford it. So now they're having 3 jobs, or they're having 2, 3, 4 jobs. Just they want to keep up. And guess what? When you have this big mansion, you need to take care of it. People don't realize that you have this big mansion. You need how to take care of it so it can be up to date. And there are things that are going to break in your house. You need to finance. You need to pay for it. And all these things, like people need to think, how can you afford it? Like everybody want to have a house. Yeah, it's good to have it. But can you afford it? Can you take care of it? Wealthy people knows the secret. It is to reduce as much as possible one's liability while increasing an asset. You need to increase in your asset than liability. But a lot of people increasing in their liability and no asset at all. You must also know that chronic spending and high interest that comes with credit cards debt are the worst enemy when you are pursuing financial freedom. These are critical things that you need to think about. High interest rate credit cards, it is not an overspending. If you cut down on that high interest rate, just get one credit card. And overspending, don't overspend. Get the things that you need, not what you want. Because the lot of want, that's where you overspend. I want that. You don't need it, but you want it. So if you minimize on that, it'll be helpful for you. Oh, my eyes are itching. Oh, all of a sudden. So minimize on that. The key is to spend like you are poor, and you are much more likely to become rich. If you spend like you're poor, you are most likely. That is the secret of the rich people today, because they're spending like they're poor, even though they have money, but they're spending like they're poor. But today, my African lovely people, I love them. Poor. They buy designer this, designer that, all in credit, just to impress people, just so people say, wow, you are looking good. Oh, you're good, you're rich, you this. But they don't know that they're buying it in credit. Oh. It's all in credit. They have to pay it back. And they are suffering to pay that. That's why they're having 2 jobs, 3 jobs. They cannot sleep just to impress people. Credit. This is how my African people, that's why there are few rich African people. Because liability. They spend money on liability. They don't spend money on assets. It is financially wise to always live on less than what you earn. Financially wise. Everyone feels good when they buy or appreciate or they buy or appear flashy, expensive things, whether it is a rich mansion or luxury car or celebrity clothes or vacation to the Bahamas or whatever. They just want to live to the fast-pacing world, but they're not realizing what they are putting themselves into. Having all these is not wrong. I'm not saying it is wrong, but you need to have it in the right way. You need to already have the money so you can be debt-free, not living an unhealthy life, because that is what is wrong. Because you are buying things that you don't have the money, and yet people are all, yeah, look good. Oh, wow, everybody's wowing you. But you still have to pay that money. But if you save the money or you invest the money, and then now you've doubled your money or you've tripled the money. Okay, if you triple the money, oh yes, you still have 2 parts left and you can spend 1 part of it. But yet you've not doubled it, you've not tripled it, and yet now you're spending it. That is what is wrong. You can buy all you want if you are buying it with your own money, not in credit. Hopefully I didn't confuse anybody there. You may be like some people, they might be earning substantially good money, but their lifestyle can drain them financially. Like a lot of people have good job. Some of them are doctor, some of them are nurses, some of them are lawyers. They have good money, but oh my God, because of their lifestyle, they are poor. They don't have money. They're always complaining, I am broke, I don't have money, I cannot afford this. It's like, how can you not afford this? How can you not buy this? How can you not? You have a good job. Because their lifestyle have drained them financially. So they're working overtime, they're working themselves up. That's how people lose their life, because they're not taking good care of themselves, because their lifestyle is different. Death can be a giant kneeling to the floor in the world of finance. Most people are gold diggers than friends, taking advantage of your goodwill. We have those people, gold diggers. They just be around you, become your friends because of your money or because of what you're doing. You have to watch out for those people that are gold diggers. They just come, they suck you. Just take it from me, They never give you back. They just sucking, taking from you. You watch out for those people that only come in and sucking the life out of you. Watch out for them. They're gold diggers. Watch out for those gold diggers. There are man gold diggers, there are woman gold diggers. All they want, you come, can you buy me this? Can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? You got to watch out for those people, because you need to take care of yourself sometimes too. Watch out for those. Let them go find a job. Let them do their own stuff. Like, I'm not saying that don't help people. Help people. But you have to have some kind of boundary. They need to help themselves sometimes, not all the time. You're the one that's doing it for them, for the same people over and over. If you're doing it for different kind of people and blessing people, I get it. But the same people today, can you give me rice? Tomorrow, can you give me sauce? Hey, can you give me this? They're the one that you're always giving. But you can teach them, say, hey, you can do something with your life too. But not all the time depending on people. People need to be independent. But there is not a lot of people today being independent. It's all like, give me, can you help me, can you help me, can you help me? What are you doing for yourself? Do you know that cutting your spending will increase your income? Cutting your spending will increase your income. And that money that you're cutting, that spending, you can invest it for your future. You need to do that, because wealth, after all the relative things, seems that they have like little, or they want less. The rich and the rich people, they only spend their money in what they need. Is the need, no want. Want, yeah, you want it, but if you cannot afford it, don't get it. And I'm just going to give an example. Let's just imagine this, okay? So somebody, this is outrageous. So, okay, let me just say, somebody is working every month, is earning $5,000 every month. Every month you have $5,000. Your paycheck is $5,000. But if you're spending $5,500, okay? These are two scenarios. Somebody is working and you need $5,000 every month. $5,000, that's what your salary is. But if you are spending, have another friend, your friend only makes $1,000 a month, and he only spends $700. Which is richer between these two friends? Which one is richer? The one that is making $5,000 and spending $5,500, or the one that makes $1,000 but you only spend $700? Which one of these friends are richer? Of course, the one that makes $1,000. That's the one that is richer. Even though that other friend makes $5,000 a month, he's not rich because he's spending above his means. He's spending more than he make. But there is this friend that only makes $1,000 every month, but he only spends $700. Guess what? He can save $300 every month. That is the richer friend. It's not what you make. You make big money, and if you cannot manage it properly, you're not rich. You are poor to me. But if you make big money and you save more, that is what riches is. It's not the money you make. Because a lot of people think that, oh, I make 5,000 every month, I'm rich. Can you show me that 5,000 you spend, that you make every month? What did you do with that 5,000 that you make every month? How did you invest it? But if you make it and then you spend it all, and then even go beyond 5,500, you're in trouble, because you're making 5,000 and yet all your expenses is 5,500. That's not riches. You're in big crisis. But the friend that make $1,000 a month and but only spend $700 is more richer than any other friend. So people have no retirement savings or pension. Believe it or not, there are people that have no retirement savings or pension. How are they going to survive? There are people that spend exceeding than their income. There are a lot of people in that way. That is not. We are in epidemic problem. Like, a lot of people are in epidemic problem. And if you don't have a retirement saving plan, you don't have a pension, and you are spending exceedingly than your income, you are in crisis. You are in trouble. And if you don't do something fast, it will not be good for you. So take these tips. It's free of charge. I'm not charging anybody. You use it. I'm just going to read Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 6. He said, "For the Lord your God will bless you just as he promised you. You shall lend to many nations, but you shall not borrow. You shall reign over many nations, but they shall not reign over you." Did you hear that? This is God talking. For your Lord, for the Lord your God will bless you just as he have promised you. You shall lend to many other nations, but you shall not borrow. You shall reign over many nations, but they shall not reign over you. This is talking about the church. This is talking about believers. This is talking about sons of God, daughters of God. This is what he's saying, that you are he have blessed you, promised to bless you, and you shall not lend to many nations, but you shall not borrow. You shall reign over many nations, but they shall not reign over you. In this passage, the Bible, the churches shall be the financial giants. Believe it or not, people might be disagreeing with me, but I have a great mentor. I've been mentored by my mentor, and he's learning. My eyes is being opening. That scale that was on my eyes is falling off. I'm seeing clearly now. And the church supposed to be the financial giant. Believe it or not. Lending to nations. This is what this scripture is talking about. But the story is different, right? Because now the churches are the one borrowing money from the bank. But the church is supposed to be the financial place that's supposed to be helping the poor and the needy, supposed to be helping the nation. The church is supposed to be the financial, because God has said in Deuteronomy 15:16, "For the Lord your God will bless you just as he has promised you. You shall not lend to many nations, but you shall not be borrowed. You shall reign over many nations, but they shall never reign over you." But today, the church is the one going to the bank, and the bank is the one. But the church is supposed to be the storehouse of God, where people come when they have needs and stuff. They're supposed to supply the needs of the people. But today, guess what? They are not doing it, and they are lacking. Instead, the members are the one supporting the church. The work of God. God said, "I will bless you." Members are the one financially and taking care of the churches, instead of the churches taking care of the members. What is the priority of a lot of churches today? Mega churches. They want big churches, and the money that they are supposed to be helping the poor and the needy, they are spending it to build up mega churches. Is that what God commanded us to do? To build mega churches? And then this church is bragging, "Oh, how many mega churches do we need in the world or in a country? How many mega churches do we need?" But the work is, everybody wants to build mega churches, and people coming inside and sitting in the mega churches and do nothing about it. And the members are the one financing these churches, this project, and everything. They're ripping from the members. Like, I'm not saying don't give money to the churches or stuff. No. But today, there is pastors that are demanding how much you should give them, how much you should bring in the church. That is wrong. No man, no pastor should demand how much money you should bring to the church, or how you should spend your money, or what you should do with your money. No man. God needs to speak to you. You need to be led by the Spirit and see what you can give. And guess what? The more thing that is more beneficial to God is when you give the poor and needy, the people that cannot pay you back. If you bless the people that cannot pay you back, God see that better than you blessing people that already have. It's all about mega churches. begin building big auditoriums, and the churches are in debt. But the church supposed to be the financial storehouse for the nation, but yet they are not lacking. They ask them to do. They are thinking about big mega church. But there's still people are dying of poverty. There's still people are dying of sickness. There people are dying for a lot of things, but they are not caring about that, and that's what is more valuable to God. And they are not doing it. They're just thinking about building mega church. How can I build this church? How can I build that church? Spending the money, but instead of going out, building school, building hospital. I think God will really like that one better, because guess what? When you build the hospital and churches, and you bring the value of God, the principle, the value system of God, and that, guess what? It will be more beneficial than anything else. The Lord is the change, and the Lord is going to take over. But the Lord said, go set a goal, go write it down, and make a plan of how you can make it happen and run it like a business. Churches need to have a strategy to get rid of their debt. They need to set a goal. They need to put the plan in action. That is what churches need to do. But they don't have it. It's all about miracles, signs, and wonders. All about that. But that is not. It says signs and wonders will follow you. No, that is your priority. That is your driving force for churches. That is why they're in so much debt. The churches are in debt. They are closing them down because they deviated from their goal. They don't even know what they're doing. They're thinking that bringing 5,000 members, people, congregation, auditorium, that is you doing God a favor. That is not what God wants you to do. Mr. Pastor, Mr. Bishop, Mr. Reverend, whatever you might be. That is not. It's how you're impacting people, how you're adding value to people's life. That is what God wants more than you having a mega church. Yeah, you can have all the 5,000 people. They might all even go to hell because you're not adding values into your life. You're not teaching them the kingdom principle. They are the same people in the 5,000 congregation. They are going out and stealing from people, causing havoc, but you're not spending time in teaching them the godly principle. So I'm going to stop with this. For the next 20 years of your life will reflect the kind of choices, decision, and action you take today. So think about it. The next 20 years of your life will reflect the kind of choice, decision, and action you take today. If you are spending more money you have not earned, you will regret it in the future. If you work hard, earn more, save more, and invest more, you will be able to have a comfortable and affordable life for tomorrow. So think what you do today, because it will reflect what happened tomorrow. So don't let consumerism consume you. The truly happy man is the one who have everything money cannot buy. The true happy man is the one who has everything money cannot buy. Money cannot buy love. Money cannot buy happiness. Money cannot buy joy. Never buy it. And it's for free too. God has given that us for free access to it. So this is all I have for today. Hopefully you guys were blessed richly. I was blessed giving it out to you guys. So share this message, share it, and bless somebody today. Somebody might need to hear it. You might just save somebody's life today. You might just help somebody today, because we are supposed to be helping each other. So I have given to you freely. You are blessed from it. Bless somebody else with it. Share it. Share it to somebody. Somebody might just need the solution today that I gave here today. You might just need to hear this today. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful Sunday, and God bless you guys, and I love you, and peace.